Lovely day, eh, kids? It's the light rail infrastructure going through Parramatta Park. And all of this once upon a time was old Parramatta Jail property. Massive parcel of land. It's okay, the trams aren't running yet, that's why Miss is unattended walking across. Great day for a walk, kids. So yeah, we're in Sydney. Come through the park, kids. Good girl. So yeah, several heritage listed buildings here, built in the late 1800s. Oh sorry, the early 1800s. I think. No, maybe the early 1800s, yeah. Not sure. I'm not great on facts and dates and stuff when it comes to history. I just love the architecture and the stories behind it all. Like to learn a little bit about the people that were there. This is just some sort of outdoor area. It's just a big roof, column pillars. Don't know what the story is there. It's no walls, just a roof. Missy and Chewy in the middle of Western Sydney. So straight ahead we've got the old women's factory. I'm pretty sure we're coming up on that now. Or is that to the right? I'm not sure till I'm closer to them, guys, sorry. But yeah, a lot of this was turned into mental health facilities for many years. Even some of it I think still might exist as New South Wales health stuff. We doing our girl? I knew I should have wore shoes. I'm going hippie style. And I did this yesterday. had to be careful where I stood. And I thought, tomorrow I'll, oh, Chewy just walked through a puddle. Heard it go splosh. Yeah, I thought tomorrow I'll get smart and put some shoes on. And also bring some dog leads, because I forgot them yesterday. We got the dog leads, but I forgot the shoes. So that wall behind those cars there is the wall of the now closed Parramatta jail. One of Australia's oldest jails, I think. I think it's second or third oldest. Not quite sure there, but the women's part, the women's factory. I've heard people ask why they call it a women's factory. Well, I'll tell you, it's because that's what it was. It was a factory that you didn't have any chance of leaving until you'd served your time. Or there was another way out. If a single bloke decided he was having trouble finding a suitable partner, he would go and see the, I don't know what they call female warden, matron maybe, and she would line up her best girls. They'd have conversations, get to know their ages, and have a brief encounter. As soon as he was comfortable with one of them, he would say, yes, that's the one. And that, even if she be a, I think they call them third class, so the criminal class of prisoner, even those would, there's a jail wall, jail tower, yeah, they'd even be let out, and I think it was 12 years. So for 12 years, if you took one of these female prisoners from the women's factory to set her free, she would be in every way legally bound to cater to your every whim. You were the step above, you know, guarantoring someone. In fact, you could suffer imprisonment yourself if they ran amok once they'd been released. So for 12 years they're in your care, and they'd become your wife, bear children for you, cook for you, clean for you, sew garments for you. They would never be on Facebook or Twitter or TikTok. None of them had YouTube channels. Yeah, it was a hard life, guys. Really, really hard life. Most of these old buildings were built by the convicts. A lot of this stone that you see cut, it's all local stone actually. Not a lot, it's all local stone. Check this old place, I'm not sure what that is that I'm zooming in on, but check that out. That's cool. Not sure what it is, but it just looks cool from back here. Oh, and then there's this one. Oh yeah, historic old buildings everywhere. Now we've got a dog lagging behind. Come on, you want to get picked up? Tired of walking? No, we're not doubling back. She's going, come on, let's go back. This is enough. No, I'll pick you up. We'll keep going, but I'll pick you up. Come here. Come on. Come on. No, you come here. You come here. Good girl. Up you come. There you go. Now you don't have to walk. Yeah, this is an old scungy pool. I would guess that gets cleaned up for summer. I don't know. It looks like it's been out of use for quite some. I'd say this at least maybe it stopped getting used around Corona time. Who knows? So yeah, there was a lot of psychiatric wards around the area, orphanages, girls' homes, apart from the males' jail. I think I might have struck a dead end. Have I? Or is there a hole in the fence? There's a hole in the fence. Or does it continue? Or do we have to go around? We could go through there, but then there's another fence. I'm not sure if there's more holes. We'll go around. So yeah, I just thought I'd bring you guys on a bit of a tour. Show you around part of, this isn't actually officially Parramatta Park, but it's sort of where it begins, just on the other side of those trees and a bit further, probably another few hundred metres over, the Parramatta Park starts. And when you combine all this land with the Parramatta Park lands, oh, ducks just landed on the surface of the pool. I heard it, but I missed it for you, sorry. So I would guess that would be a residence pool, maybe a therapy pool, so that, you know, there'd also be disabled people and that sort of thing that were housed here. Really, so yeah, it says there on that fence. Now, Missy, I'll put you down for a sec. So it says Cumberland Hospital Pool, and so, like I said, for patients, and they could either be psych patients or they could be disabled. You know, anything from scoliosis, muscular dystrophy, anything really. Sometimes there's, you know, certain people that just aren't good at parenting on the next level, like many of my friends are. Shout out to Gloria. And many of you that I shouldn't bother mentioning your names, there's too many of you anyway. I know some great mums that have taken on kids that some people go, wow, hats off to you, girl. You are a bloody hero. And they think nothing of it, you know, it's just normal. It's like, well, what do you do? It's your kid, you know. There's where other people are like, oh, too much for me. Too hard basket. And they end up institutionalised. There's adoption agencies that deal with all that sort of thing as well. Gardener's Cottage, there we go. So this is still in operation. It's a massive complex. Now I'm pretty sure we can get through to the jail here. So where we're going is actually the jail. Not the jail, but parts of the old or disused or abandoned sections that the jail owned, and the women's factory. So yeah, women's factory, they did sewing and making bonnets and hats and all sorts of clothing, and I read a big list of things that they did last night. I did some research and I've forgotten most of it. But you name it, anything back in the day that was manual labour that a woman could be forced into doing as part of her punishment. These women would work 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I think they've had like an hour off during the day. So we're talking about 11 hour. Even if you had another half-hour break to that, 10.5 hours a day, 6 days a week. Pretty sure they operated 6 days a week. So the Parramatta Jail is open. You just walk in. And they do ghost tours here. You can't just walk in. So it's been handed over to, because this is all Aboriginal land, and it's all been handed back. Handed back to the local Aboriginal people. They're now the custodians, and they're in there now. I just waved to some. We're talking to them yesterday. So yeah, there's quite a bit involved here, and they're trying to organise what to do with it all. Now, a lot of these buildings are heritage listed and can never really be pulled down unless they get condemned. Often what happens with old buildings that people don't really see a significance in value, even though they might be heritage listed, what would happen is they get left into a state of disrepair. They get left to vandalism. People light fires in them, smash them up, rip out wiring and plumbing for copper. And yeah, so it's a bit of a shame. They let them all get trashed to the point where they're just pretty much a full rebuild to save them again. You know, once you've got a fire go through the place and the roof's gone, then the water comes in, and then, you know, everything's getting wet. So floors that may not have been designed to take copious amounts of rainwater are now stuffed. Another tower there, so that's the mid tower across the side of the jail. So we were just at the front, which doesn't actually face the main road, it's a side road. And now we're going down the left hand side of the building. So we've got a tower at the corner, a midway tower, and another tower off in the distance at the end of this. It's there. Get a closer look at that when we get there. But yeah, love these old buildings. Even an old building like this that's brick, I mean, yeah, I do love the old sandstone ones more, but just some of the design in this. The thought, the high ceilings, there's a lot in it that we miss and we leave out of modern architecture. Why is the ceiling so high? No one lives in it. It's not storage. It can be. But why is the ceiling so high? Look at it. We're talking about a really tall two-storey building. So a modern two-storey building would be where that gutter is there. We can take half this floor off, almost, and that would be the height of the gutter of a two-storey modern building. So why is the roof almost double that height? It's because of design. So it's designed A, for rain runoff in heavy rain, and B, for ventilation and airflow, so that we've got a huge dead space and the heat can rise to the top, which means that the actual ceiling inside the place doesn't get as hot if it was much lower, if you understand what I mean. So here's the other side of that pool that we're just at. Oh, Missy's dragging again. I might have to pick her up. She's an old girl, 14 years old, eh darling? I'll pick you up if you keep coming. Good girl. Oh, there we go. My Missy. Sorry, True, I didn't mean to step on your lead. I stopped you in your tracks by stepping on that lead. I wonder if they're bunya pines. And here too. So, in behind this fence, abandoned buildings. Some of these are still in use, but a lot of them are empty. or unused. I'd say that's one of the unused ones. Boarded up. So sometimes what happens is it's in an area that doesn't have enough security or is too hidden from the public, and vandals get in there and start trashing the place. Next thing, all the windows are broken, they're kicking in walls. But that one doesn't look like it's been harassed just yet. And I encourage anyone watching that it's just a totally uncool thing to do, to go in and vandalise places. You think your bit of fun going in there and cutting loose for a while might be a bit of therapy for you, but it's permanent to that place, and that place has got hundreds, sometimes not hundreds, but many decades, and in these cases well over 100 years old, 150 years old, well over 150 years old actually. So this looks like a more of a modern building, just a little add-on to a store. Pretty sure that's just a store. I'll cut through this way. How much are we? Am I zoomed in too much? Oh, wrong way. Yes, that's better. Sorry about that. Giving you all close up when you didn't need one. So, better stop recording because I'm nearly at the spot where I thought I'd be meeting up with some friends. So I better just ring them and see where they are before I do any more filming. So just down there is the start of Parramatta River, or one little estuaries of it. There's that corner tower. I said we were going to see better from here. Cool, aren't they? Isn't that? Middle of winter, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're sitting on a stool. The temptation would be to look outwards, not inwards, right? I was just looking for the ones that have already escaped. I wouldn't want to be looking into the jail, that'd be boring. Back in the day, the views around here would have been great from just about any one of those towers. So if you notice in the middle of it, there's this huge concrete and tin building inside the jail wall, and I'm guessing that was part of the what do you call it, the laundry facilities. So prisoners would do laundry for hospitals, for themselves as well actually. So from anything from prisons, hospitals, they'd be looking after the government nursing homes, linen, aged care facilities, probably even some disabled and mental health units, linen. This one here is all boarded up, but it's like an old school demountable. This side of it here isn't boarded up because they've got bars on it, which means people can still poke something through the bars and smash the windows just because they can. Is that smashed or open? I think it's just open. That's the way. Yeah, this is what really annoys me about these sort of areas. Why did someone have to smash that window? There's bars there. Maybe they thought they could get in and then smash the window and saw the bars and thought, oops. But yeah, what's the point? Anyway, this is one of the buildings here that we're going to do a bit of a tour of, and I'll do a separate video for that. So yeah, this is the factory. Not the accommodation part of it, but this is where one of the buildings that they'd work in. So more factory style. Yeah, and you think people in sweatshops have got it hard. Anyway, so I'll stop this recording. It's getting towards half an hour now. One of my longest videos, I guess. And city of Parramatta. And yeah, I'll do another recording of inside this building here. Separate video. So look out for that. Bye.